Welcome back. Oh man, I've been going nuts. I've been in the house way too much this week. My son unfortunately got sick, and he had the stomach virus. Some little kid at daycare probably came in and did something, and he got it. Oh man, I've been elbow deep. Let's just say that. I mean, I don't know if, as a parent, if you ever watched some of those, Disney movies. I don't know if you've seen Daddy Daycare, where, Eddie Murphy walks into the bathroom and he's just like what happened? That's how I felt this week. So I took 2 days off of work just to help my son out, just to help him get over this stomach bug, and it's been, woo! So I told my wife, well, let's say I didn't tell her nothing. I asked my wife, I was like, baby, can I get 2 hours? I just need to get out of this house. I need some fresh air. And, just go do some fishing or something. Mainly get some fresh air. And she said, okay, so I bounced. So I'm headed to Lake Conway. Now, I'm going to an area I haven't fished in a while. It's called Greens Lake. And right now it's 41 degrees. It's almost 3 o'clock. It gets dark about 5:50. So I don't have much time to fish. And I still got to load up my kayak and all that. So I'm headed there now, and I still got about 15-20 minutes before I arrive there. So I'm on a time crunch. It's the goal today, get a bite, get a fish in the boat. So I know it's not going to be exciting content if it's just one fish, but hopefully I'll catch a fish, or hopefully multiple. So, but the water's going to be, this is a stained lake, and it's going to be probably even more stained. So it's cold, muddy water. So that's not a good mix when you want to catch some fish, but we're going to give it a dangle. So I'm going to roll that B-roll, and I'll catch you on the water here shortly. Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, this is a nice one. Baby. Oh, yeah. Just caught that monster. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. This is a chunker. It is a chunker. That was another fish. Two, baby. It's a small one. He got injured by a turtle or something. He's sitting off that tree stump. Sweet. I'm not sure if my camera's working. I forgot my SD cards, so I'm using my backup card, and I'm not sure if I'm actually recording anything right now. But the first fish was 2.5. This one's probably a pound or a little less. Black and blue chatterbait. 41 degrees, wind blowing against the banks. I'm just casting around stumps and brush that's under the water and nailing them. Let's get a release. Well, it got dark in a hurry, so I thought I'd do the outro in the garage. But before I get to the outro, I did have a question of how I car top my kayak. So I thought I'd show you that, give you a little more content than the 2 bass I caught. Now the conditions were horrible. It was 41 degrees outside. The water temp was 48 degrees. That's what my fish finder was registering. So it was really, really windy, and I forgot my anchor and my parking pole. So it was pretty tough for me, but I was able to get on a couple bites pretty quick. Anyways, let's get to how I car top my vehicle, and then we'll close out today's adventure. So hit that like button if your kayak rig is worth more than your car, and leave a little comment below. But anyways, all joking aside, yes, my kayak is really worth more than my car. This vehicle is paid off, and it's my commuter. I commute to work daily. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour depending on traffic, so it does the job just fine. But anyways, this current setup for my car, what I love is these Surf to Summit pads here. This was a great investment. This Malone Quick Lash. It actually goes underneath your hood. This was the only spot I could actually put it underneath. But you just slip this big old round cylinder thing underneath your hood somewhere, either on the side or the front. And you have this latch that comes up, and you just strap it to it. So I only have one leash for say on the nose of my boat. So when I'm driving down the highway, like the interstate, and going about 70 miles per hour, it keeps my nose level. I don't pull it down where it's actually pulling down my nose. I just keep it tight enough where it's not going to go up. So that's how I have the front. I have just this extra black strap on that Malone Quick Latch. To the back, like I said, I don't have anything on the back. Probably should, but I've taken this thing on a 3-hour trip going 75 miles per hour, and it doesn't do anything. Like I said, I try not to torque it on the front. I keep it level. I mean, if I torqued it on the front, the plastic might bend or something. But anyways, this is key when you're car topping. Of course, a lot of you vets know already, but this is for beginners per se. You want to double loop it. I had to put down the camera for a moment. But anyways, you want to double loop it. So you don't, what I mean by is you don't want to run this strap through the other side just one time and through this side. I noticed with experience, if you only do one loop on each side, you're actually it's going to blow side to side in the wind, no matter how hard you torque it. So what I mean by the double loop is on this side, you kind of do a horseshoe. You actually put the loop, you put the strap through the loop, and you have it coming off on both sides. And then you run that over the top, so you doubled it. Versus having a single strap all the way across, the double it makes it way more secure, and it's not going to move side to side versus just a single strap going across. Another key component is in the middle, you see my straps are twisted. The good rule for me is a 2 to 3 twist. 2 to 3 twist in the straps. That way it keeps down that road vibrations, and it is super, super annoying if you don't do that. I mean, it is horrible, like enough where you're gonna pull over and fix the straps. So super annoying, so make sure you twist them at least 2 to 3 times. So once I run them through that side, I come back on this opposite side, run it through here again, and then you torque down, of course, the little latch mechanism. All right, and that's how I card top my kayak. Pretty simple, it's very efficient, and it was super cheap. This thing costs, I think this is probably the most expensive thing I have on here. I think there was 2 of them for 20 bucks. These straps, you know, I got 3 of them for, you know, pretty cheap. I got these on clearance at Academy just not too long ago. There were 2 in a package for $5. They're heavy duty. Of course, it's got this little neoprene sleeve so it don't scratch your kayak or anything like that. So I really love these straps. But that's how I card top my kayak. So to answer your questions, that's how I do it. So I had a blast today. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, I only had a couple of hours before dark, but technically when I got on the water after I loaded up and stuff, I only had about an hour and a half. And with the wind blowing like crazy, you know, it really cuts into your time too as far as your cast goes. And I brought my pedal drive, but that area is super stumpy. Like, I didn't even want to put it in the water. It was so risky. So I just paddled most of the time. And of course, I forgot my anchor. But anyways, I did get on my first 2 black bass for 2019. So I was super excited. One of them was pretty big. Well, not big. It was probably 2.5 pounds, almost 3 pounds. I didn't put a scale on it. And the other one was just a little dink. But I was excited. I caught 2 bass in these conditions today. They were pretty bad. It's been cold, everything's been flooded, it's been horrible. Oh, and I apologize. I left my SD cards on my counter, like both of them. And luckily, you know, I brought my batteries. I thought my SD cards were in my waterproof case, but I did not put them in there. I forgot about them. And so when I got on the water, I'm like, ugh! And luckily I had 1 SD card, like a backup, inside that case. And it only has like 16 gigs on there, so there's not a whole lot of space. And I use it kind of for pictures and stuff, but luckily I had that. I'm not even sure if I captured anything. So hopefully this video turns out for you. But thanks for watching. Until the next adventure. See ya!